This is the homework help video for Wednesday, February 29th for all classes. On this homework you're finding the volume of triangular prisms. And before you get started, make sure you take a close look at problem number 1. It's been done for you because I want you to be able to see all the steps and how to write the formula and how to use the formulas. So follow that example because we need to write the formulas for full credit on homework and on tests. We start by writing the formula for volume of a prism. Volume of any prism would be the area of the base, big B, times h, and h is the distance between the bases. So big B, area of base, and h in this context is the distance between the bases. Now, number 8, we know it's a triangular prism because it has parallel congruent triangles as its bases. Don't be fooled into thinking that this rectangle is the base just because it's sitting on that rectangle. That can't be the base because there isn't another parallel congruent rectangle above it. The bases are the two triangles. And so in order to find big B, the area of the base, we need to find the area of one of these triangles. So when we're writing our formula for big B, we're writing the formula for area of a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. Now we're using little b and little h. We're referring to the base of this triangle. Let me outline this triangle. Focusing on this base, this triangular base. The base of the triangle is 3.5 centimeters. So big B equals 1/2 of 3.5 times the height of the triangle is the distance to the base, the perpendicular distance to the base, which is 6.8 centimeters. And when we multiply those decimals, we ignore the decimals, so it's like I'm multiplying 35 times 68. Put the decimal back in, we need it at the end, but when we're multiplying we ignore it. 5 times 8 is 40, carry the 4. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 4 is 28. When I'm multiplying by this 6, I'm really multiplying by 60, so start with a 0. 6 times 5 is 30, carry the 3. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 3 is 21. Add those up and we get 2,380, but don't forget the decimal places. There's one decimal place in this factor, one decimal place in this factor, so I need 1 plus 1 or 2 decimal places in my product. So the decimal place has to go, or the decimal has to go right there so that there are 2 digits after the decimal. So now I have big B, area of the triangular base, is 1/2 of 23.80, or just 23.8. The way I find half of 23.8 is divide by 2. 23.8 divided by 2. There's 1, 2, and 2. Subtract, we get 0. Bring down the 3. There's 1, 2, and 3. 1 times 2 is 2. Subtract, we get 1. Bring down the 8. And there are 9 2's and 18. And don't forget to line up the decimal in your quotient. So the area of the base is 11.9. And since we're talking about area, it would be centimeters squared. Now we can find the volume. Area of the base times the height, which is the distance between the bases. So the volume is equal to 11.9 times the distance between the bases is this distance, this 1.7 centimeters. That's the height of the prism itself. So now we need to do 11.9 times 1.7. Again, ignore the decimals, and it would be like multiplying 119 times 17. Put the decimal back in, we need it at the end. Now I can tell by the time I'm on the video I'm not going to have time to finish this off, but you can multiply those numbers. And just don't forget, when you get your product, you have 1 decimal place in this factor, 1 decimal place in this factor, so you're going to need to have 2 decimal places in your product. Okay, I hope that helps, and I'll see you in the morning.